Hello there, and welcome to my channel, Novice Modelling and the Midlife Crisis. My name's Andy, and I'm just going to do you a quick what's in the box kit review of my TAMIYA 135 British Special Air Service Jeep, kit number, model number 33. Now this is actually quite an old kit, you could say, although I did buy it brand new. It cost me, I think, about £11, so it's not particularly expensive. The original moulding for this was done in 1974, and as far as I can tell off my web source Scalemates, the moulding hasn't really been updated since that day, although the basic moulding for some of the other Jeeps that TAMIYA and other manufacturers have done has been updated. Also, a lot of other manufacturers seem to draw their moulding from the TAMIYA example. So we're going to have a quick look at it. As we can see on the front here, we've got a couple of SAS guys in their Spitfire, excuse my pronunciation, and they're well armed with, machine guns, well supplied with fuel and water, and spare tyres, and a whole load of other accessories. So even though it's quite an old kit, it's actually quite an interesting one because you do get a lot of stuff with it, basically. So let's get this box open and have a look at what we've got. Now normally when I do these kit reviews, I have a tendency to read out the blurb from the instruction sheet, but as you can probably see, it's very, very long, so I don't think I'm gonna bother with that. I might put a link up to it though at the end of the video at some point, because it's quite interesting. But you know, these are supposed to be sort of 5 to 10 minutes, and that's going to take me about 10 minutes just to go through it all. So it's going to kick on to the instructions, which, as per the normal sort of TAMIYA thing, they are very, very comprehensive and very detailed. And these are really good because they actually list all the equipment that you've got, which is good for my identification when making these videos. And you also get several options that you can actually build. But we'll just go through the basic instructions first. So as you can see here, part number one, we're going to construct the chassis. So we're going to put all the undergubbings of the Jeep together, and then we're going to do the construction of the body itself using the two side panels and the floor pan. And then we're going to attach the chassis to the body, and we're going to attach our two spare wheels here, and then we're going to put our wheels and tyres onto the vehicle itself with a few little extra parts as well. Then we're going to construct the bonnet and the radiator, and put our dashboard panel on as well. Number 6, we move on to the construction of the seat set, where we're going to put the 2 seats and a few other gear sticks, and not sure what that piece is, but that's a steering wheel column there. We're going to put the radiator and the bonnet on, and then we're going to move on to the construction of our 2 figures, and then move on to the construction of the various bits of equipment. Now I'm just going to read out some of the equipment that comes with this and try and point it out on these 2 photographs. They are interchangeable, so you can actually vary. You don't have to do it any particular way. It does actually say here that I'll read this bit out because it's actually kind of interesting. The members of the SAS chose their own equipment and weapons according to the purpose of their operations and their personal preference. They arranged them on their Jeeps with easiness to use in mind. Note that there were no SAS Jeeps that carried the same armaments and equipment in the same ways. You can make an SAS Jeep model of any of the 3 types of equipment for short distance operations. The following construction steps show a light equipment type. Also make a heavy equipment type with reference to the illustrations and photographs. Most of the main equipment used by the SAS is contained. It will be interesting to make your own model, supposing that you are a member of the SAS. That's a pretty cool way of putting it. So anyway, we get the light equipment type, which is a twin Vickers machine gun, which is this one at the front, a single Vickers machine gun, which is this one on the back, a Bren light machine gun, which is somewhere stowed in here, a Thompson submachine gun, various Vickers drums, ammunition boxes, magazine cases, jerry cans for gasoline, jerry cans for water, a condenser, which I believe is this thing here, a sun compass, sand channels, which are on the back, camouflage nets, blanket tents, others, medicine map captures from the Germans. So obviously they used to scavenge whatever equipment they could find as well when they're on the way. The second one, which is a heavy equipment type, is a Browning M2 machine gun, which is this rather imposing looking gun on the front here. Twin Vickers machine guns, which we had on this one, but we're actually having them rear mounted. A single Vickers machine gun, which we can just about see on the side here. A Bren light machine gun, which is probably stowed away. A Thompson submachine gun, Browning gun belt in its case, jerry cans, water cans, condenser, sun compass, sand channels, wires, camouflage nets, blankets, tents, blah de blah de blah de blah. And obviously you can sort of add other bits of equipment you felt like that you probably have in your spares box as well. So this is kind of I think it's an interesting kit, and yeah, it is old. It's not the best detailed one, you know, but it's a pretty cool kit, I think, and I quite like it. I'm probably going to start making a few 135 models shortly. I've been concentrating on 172 aircraft, but I kind of feel the urge now to have a go of something that's not going to fly. So anyway, let's move on to the back of the instruction panel here, and as you can see, we're continuing with number 9. We're going to start putting our twin Brownings on, or sorry, our twin Vickers on, or our Browning, and then we're going to move on to painting. And again, here we've got a really good comprehensive list of what's going on with all the different pieces of equipment and what you can do with them. And obviously we've got one of the most famous photographs here. We've got the SAS photo. I forget this guy's name, but this is obviously showing 1, 2, 3 Jeeps. So yeah, it's a really interesting kit. So anyway, let's have a look at the parts. Let's put that there. We'll do the main sprue first. And as you can see here, we've got the actual Jeep itself. We've got the bonnet, we've got the floor pan, we've got the radiator grille set, we've got these sand channels here. This is part of the undercarriage, if you like, of the Jeep. And we've got our condenser, the exhaust, steering wheel. This is the radiator. And we've got the main chassis, the side panels. I mean, these are quite well detailed. They've got little details on them. You can see a few nuts and bolts and things sticking out from them as well. These are the seat backs. We have the instrument panel, the dashboard instrument set. We've got a gear lever. This one here is for four-wheel drive or standard drive. We've got the rear of the Jeep. Just going to flip it over. Again, you can see some detail on the bottom here, which is probably the transmission, I would have thought, because that's in the centre. Again, on a slightly more sophisticated model, you'd probably expect to put more of these pieces on and more of these pieces together. So, I mean, from a novice perspective, that I am, this is a good kit because it's not overly complicated. It's not going to take a really long time, and it's got a good level of detail and a good level of equipment that comes with it, which we're going to have a look at now. So moving on to this sprue, as you can see, we've got all our jerry cans, more jerry cans here. We've got the twin and single Vickers machine guns. We've got a couple of boxes of drums for the Vickers. We've got some single drums for the Vickers. We've got bits of the suspension, and then we have our 6 wheels with rear parts. So obviously we've got 4 wheels for the vehicle, and we've got a couple of spares. So yeah, I mean, you can pay sort of like £4 or £5 just for a set of jerry cans and some spares at the end of the day. So I mean, I think I paid just under £11 for this. So you've got a good level of gear with it. And now we're going to move on to the third sprue, which again you can see is full of accessories. We've got more jerry cans or gasoline cans or whatever you want to call them. We've got our Thompson submachine gun. We've got a variety of small pouches and backpacks, etc. These two here with the crisscross design on, they're going to be our camouflage nets. We've got the huge Browning machine gun. We've got a Bren gun. We've got a Schmeiser machine pistol, because obviously, like I said, the SAS did tend to choose their own gear, and obviously one of our guys prefers the German gear. And we've got a variety of boxes and knives and pistols and whatever. Now, I think obviously the thing that really starts to let this particular kit down, with it being such an old mould from almost 50 years ago potentially, is the actual figures. The figures are not great at the end of the day. I mean, I know Tamiya have produced a lot of figures, and you can buy aftermarket figures to sort of replace these, and you can buy aftermarket equipment sets as well. But I mean, they tend to be sort of plus 20 quid. So, or the ones that I've seen are anyway. So it's, for someone just starting out, I mean, these are perfectly adequate. I mean, the guys have got the Spitfires on. You can just make out that they are bearded, which is typical of the SAS. One of them is wearing gloves, the other one is barehanded. Both are wearing shorts, obviously, because of the the weather that was involved. Turning them over, again, it's not great, but I mean it's sufficient for someone like myself. And if you just want to do an easy kit over the weekend, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed this little quick little review on the British Special Air Service Jeep. Please do like and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be doing over the rest of the week, one a day. We're going to do the Jeep Willys MB Jeep, which is a later variation, so some of the mouldings might be slightly better. I'm going to do kind of the German equivalent, the regular Kugelwagen Type 82. This is an old-time favourite of everybody that's into 135 kits. I thought I'd finish it off with this SD Anhänger 51 Italeri set, which is 2 trailers. I'm not overly sure whether it's compatible with the Kugelwagen, but obviously it is compatible with a variety of other German kits. But it's quite an interesting one because it's good for dioramas and whatever, and you do actually get 2 of them. So that's what we're going to be doing for the rest of the week. So if you want to have a look at those and get the notification, hit that subscribe button. I mean, can't do you any harm. I've got around about, I've got a couple of 100 kits to go through, so you'll be getting a what's in the box off me roughly every day. They will vary between 172 aircraft and 135 military. So there is going to be a variety of stuff. So if you like your aircraft, I can help you out, or you can watch me waffle on. Or if you like your 135, I've got a ton of nice kits for that as well. These ones are just the basic kits at the end of the day. So yeah, hit that subscribe button, please like, and join me for my model building ride. Be seeing you.